Well, basically, I'm PCSO for Dalton and Rawthorpe, which is Ward 9. It covers the whole of Leeds Road, Waterloo, Dalton, Rawthorpe and Kirkheaton. My name's PCSO Dawn Sue.
Yeah, I'm PCSO Gareth Cockin. I've been a PCSO for about 5 years. I also cover the same ward, Dalton, Kirkheaton, Rawthorpe, Leeds Road and Town Estate, and parts of Waterloo.
So what do you do in the community then? What's your role?
Well, our role is really to support the police, really, and to find out intelligence and things from the general public to pass on to the police, really, and keep them informed of anything that's happening in the community. We also take details of crimes that happen in our area, crimes such as theft from motor vehicles, damage to buildings. We go on to scene guard, we protect scenes. What else do we do? It's varied, right?
Yeah, it is really. When we come in the morning, we'll basically have a briefing. Normally we go to a briefing with either the sergeant in town, or we do our own mini briefing from town. And then you set sort of tasks throughout the day to do neighbour problems. You might have complaints that neighbours are not particularly getting on so well, and you've got to go and communicate with both parties and resolve their issues. You can have anything really, from criminal damage, antisocial behaviour. We've got a lot of problems at the moment with antisocial behaviour with youths, especially of an evening. The drinking related problems,
drinking,
and
also playing football in the street and causing damage to people's cars and property.
Apart from the policing side of things and the enforcement, do you get involved in things in the community? Things that happen here, groups and things like that? Do you attend things?
Yeah, we try and set up, especially like community safety events. We're just running something at the end of this month to do with the crime prevention and crime stoppers evening.
Yeah.
So that's sort of just putting across the message of the crime prevention side of it, and how they can report things to us, especially through Crime Stoppers. Is quite a good information for us to get through Crime Stoppers. So yeah, we get involved in those, especially into the junior schools, high schools. We do a lot of involvement up at the high school as well with the learning support unit. We're dealing with quite a lot of the older kids that are possibly being excluded from the school. We work with them up there in that learning support unit. And the junior school as well. We've set up quite a few projects and have little meetings with a panel of kids, sort of a regular occurrence.
Yeah, just basically to get involved in the schools and to become sort of good role models for children, really. Yeah.
So you always patrol around Dalton, Rawthorpe and Town Estate, don't you?
I'd say so, don't we?
We do, yeah. It's predominantly Dalton and Rawthorpe, but we do veer off and go down to the Town Estate.
Yeah, and
or sometimes for jobs up in Kirkheaton.
I think you get patches where you get spurts of trouble in different areas. It might go quiet in one area, and then it's very busy in another. But this time of year, it is definitely antisocial behaviour and mini-motos and that type of problems that we're getting at the moment.
What times of day do the neighbourhood policing team work then? When do you start and when do you
shift based.
Yeah, shift based, and there's like 2 shifts. So like one will come on at 8 o'clock in the morning and work till 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and then the other team will come on at 4 and work till midnight. And the latest that we'll work to at the weekends is about 2 o'clock in the morning, and that's on a Friday and a Saturday.
So how can people get hold of you then if there's an issue? What do they need to do?
You can contact Mole Green Box if it's a non-urgent issue. It is on an answering machine on 01484 436 724, or you can call the 0845 number. Again, if it's a non-emergency, 0845 60 60 606, or if it's an emergency, obviously call 999.
I think if anybody wanted to look at the MPT website as well, we do have email addresses which are available on the MPT website. You can speak to each individual MPT officer if that's what you want to do.
Thank you.
The MPT stands for the Neighbourhood Policing Team, and we do have a website through West Yorkshire Police where you can access all the email addresses through them and get whichever officer you want individually.
Brilliant.